Good morning. I rearranged. Anyways, today is section 117. Oh, let's get our handy dandy wheel. July 8th, 1838, Far West, Missouri, for William Marks, Newell K. Whitney, Oliver Granger, and others. The prominent doctrine or theme is the Lord's property. At a 3-day conference of the church held July 6th and 8th, 1838, in Far West, Missouri, the prophet received 5 revelations. This revelation was given to William Marks, Newell K. Whitney, and Oliver Granger. The Lord had commanded the saints to gather and to build up Far West. A company of 513 saints, known as the Kirtland Camp, left Ohio on July 6th, headed for Far West. The camp arrived at Adamon-Diamond. On October 4th, William Marks, Newell K. Whitney, and Oliver Granger were not part of this company. At Far West, at the time, Joseph Smith had no way of knowing who had and had not left Kirtland, but this revelation commanded William Newell and to leave Kirtland shows that the Lord did have knowledge. So there's the historical background of it. Some things that I found. I got some spiritual whisperings. Oh, my hair is lovely. Okay, some spiritual whisperings from verse 2. Let them awake and arise and come forth and tarry not, for I the Lord command it. And I wrote next to that, when inspired, do it. Do it now, do it fast. And then some inspiring words in verse 8, that you should covet that which is but the drop, and neglect the more weighty matters. Being unwilling to give up something that the Lord asks me is to covet the drop compared with the bucket I may receive. They talk a lot about that in the podcast, and it's a interesting image where he's like, okay, I need you to give up this so that I can give you this. Well, he doesn't say that, but he says, I need you to give up this so this can happen. And you're like, but I love this so much. And he's like, it is but a drop in the infinite ocean of blessings that you may receive. So I thought that was really nice. Here is something about what is property unto me. In verse 4, he says, what is property unto me? The Lord has created the heavens and the earth and all things that are in them. He can create, organize, many other earths if necessary. Thus one soul is much more important to the Lord than the whole earth. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And then in the section, he's asking all these questions, kind of the consider the lilies type passage, if I can do this, then why not this? But I not hold the destinies of all armies and of all the nations? So that's one question he asked in verse 6. And Joseph Fielding Smith has to say this. Surely the Lord made the earth, and he owns it. His government, the nations of the earth rejected. Okay. And in its stead set up governments of their own making, and this has been the condition from the beginning until now. Kings and potentates all down the ages, though they by their own acts controlled the destinies of nations and held dominion. Without the permission of the Almighty, they never could have ruled or held dominion. All those who have a correct insight into the history of nations must surely know that the Lord has always held a controlling hand over the nations of the world. When they have been corrupt, he has relieved them of power. When they have entered on expeditions of conquest, he has permitted them to go just so far. Then as he said to Ezekiel concerning Gog and Magog, he puts hooks in their jaws and defeats their purpose. Truly he holds the destinies of the armies of the nations of the earth, and not only the armies, but the destinies of nations. And when the time is ripe, he will make an end of all nations that now rule in their arrogance and mistaken identity of might and power, and set up his own kingdom to endure forever. Now that gives you a little bit of hope or relief concerning this nation at this time. It's easy to get really, really scared and be like, what's coming next? It's getting pretty bad. But it says here that when they're wicked, he will relieve them of their duty. So that's something nice. In verse 8, it talks about the plains of Olaha Shina. I don't know how to say these words. But it is the place where Adam dwelt, must be a part of, or in the vicinity of Adam-on-Diamond. This name may be, and in all probability is, from the language of Adam. We may without great controversy believe that this is the name which Adam gave to this place. At least we may venture this as a probable guess. Shinaha, according to the Book of Abraham, is the name given to the sun. It is the name applied to Kirtland when the Lord desired in a revelation to hide its identity. Anyways, it goes on. But anyways, that's basically all I want to talk about. Ay. These sections are small. Very, very small. But what are you going to do? Anyways, I thought there was some good stuff in there. Okay, that was section 117, and tomorrow is 118. We will see you then.